Welcome everyone. This is the first episode of In Between Two Fergs, where we ask questions, whatever we like to ask, to our guests, while being stuck in between two Ferguses. Why is this a thing? I don't know. Why do we ask the questions we ask? I don't know. But what questions are we asking? That's a good question. But what we are going to ask is questions to the legendary Milkman. I have some hot questions I want to ask him, mostly about abusing his cows, but let's jump right into it. Just first general question, how did you end up starting the Milkman persona? How did that come to be?
So I made this character pretty shortly after one of the server merges. I was in voice chat with my Mavi guild at the time, and I spent roughly 30 to 45 minutes just seeing what names were open, and I found Milkman. I decided it'd be pretty funny if I made that character and then just open a milk shop once or twice. It was supposed to be a quick gag, get a few laughs out of it, never use the character again, but people very quickly fell in love with the idea, so it just kept going.
And just to follow up with that, how long did it take for your character to kind of like gain the traction that it has?
So I'll be honest, it started gaining traction right out of the gate. Maybe 2 weeks into it. Maybe 2 weeks into it. Someone was like, "Hey man, love the idea. You simply don't look the part though." They dropped their gold and picked up a style suit and the hat for me, and the dyes needed, to make me look the part. And it just kept going from there. Everything that I have that's Milkman related was given to me, including the cow.
Out of all the gold you made, if you were to stand on top of the gold that you made from selling milk, how tall would you be?
I think of one of my favorite quotes. A man named Big Joe once said, "In reality, I'm 5'10". Stand on my money, now I'm 5'10". That's not how it is for me.
Now, would you ever change your prices when it comes to selling milk due to inflation and whatnot?
So the milk, no.
Okay, nice. So you're kind of copying the Arizona stick, where it's like one solid price.
Copying me. I've definitely been around longer than them. Sources, dude, trust me.
How long have you been playing Mabinogi for? I'm assuming you had other characters in the past, right?
I've been playing for a long time. I originally started playing around late 2010, maybe early 2011. I haven't been like a daily player since then. I've taken my fair share of breaks like everybody else.
So out of these three NPCs, Glennis, Walter, and Rab, you have to marry one, be extremely intimate with one, if you catch my drift, and delete one from the game. Who would it be?
Marry Walter, intimate with Glennis, delete Rab. I would like to elaborate on this one though, just because of the kind of question it is. I sell a lot of milk. And the thing about milk is that you need empty bottles in order to gather it. And Walter's already my go-to NPC for buying the bottles, so I may as well spend a little extra time and marry him, Maybe he'll give me a discount. Glennis, that one's quick and easy. I'm not romantically interested in men. Given the three bad choices, that's just the best option. Rab's just useless. Rab does nothing for me.
Alright, so how was it that you discovered this game?
So my siblings played it super early on and eventually decided to introduce me to the game. I don't think they were expecting me to get that. I don't think they were expecting it to be this big in my life. I think Mavi had a bigger impact on my life than they were expecting, just as I think I had a bigger impact on Mavi than a lot of people were expecting, But this was actually my first mmorpg.
So do your siblings still play?
Absolutely not. I try to get them to play, they just don't.
One thing that was eating at the back of my brain, right? There's a whole lot of controversy when it comes to cow's milk and whatnot. So why are you selling cow's milk and not oat milk?
Simple answer is the other types of milk haven't been put into the game yet. If Nexon ever decides to add more types of milk, I will gladly sell them.
Right, we're gonna have to get on that. That's more ethical,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And where do you get all your milk from? Is it from this one cow?
It's all from this one cow. See, but it's not abuse though. I'm not gonna go into all the details because I'm thinking about using it for future content. But it's actually like a good stress reliever for the cow.
I guess you kind of answered this before. What made you decide to start selling milk? But outside of selling milk, is there anything else you do in the game? Do you play on your other characters, or what do you do when you're playing Mabinogi besides selling milk?
So, admittedly, selling milk is a big part of what I do. But I do play the game outside of that, just not a whole lot, because that's what I am. Because I spend most of my time selling milk.
I guess you kind of also answered this as well. But I'm assuming Betsy is your favorite cow. But
Oh, absolutely.
do you feel bad for the cows that you abuse to line your pockets?
Absolutely not. Again, no cow is getting abused. It's I take good care of Betsy.
So it's consensual, is what you're getting at here.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Not the phrasing I would go for, but sure thing, bud.
Are you a milkman in real life?
So, no, but next on, if you're watching this, and at this point, pretend I'm looking straight into the camera. I would like to advertise Mavi via selling milk at conventions. I don't have the means of doing so at the moment, but I have a couple ideas that would benefit both of us, and I'm not going to move forward with them until you guys reach out to me and say, hey, let's do this. You know my Twitter handle, you know my email, it's in my Twitter bio, you know how to reach me.
I don't get what they're waiting for. Great marketing.
Neither do I. Exactly.
So I saw on Reddit that someone claimed you stole their persona. What's your thoughts on this? Do you have anything to say to them?
So, this isn't the first time I've heard something like this. It's not going to be the last. There's always going to be somebody claiming that I stole their idea. But the thing is, the Milkman isn't their idea. This was a legitimate profession, you know, in the past. It's not super relevant now because of things like DoorDash, Uber Eats, but especially like online gaming, it's just you find people have taken most of the names. So there's always going to be, you know, getting the name that you want is always going to be kind of a hard to, you know, it's always hard to get the name that you want in an mmorpg. I did an awful job of explaining that, but not their idea. Second of all, it's an online game. People are going to take your name. That's just how it is.
Right. So if they wanted to be the milk name or the milkman, they could have got the name way before you took it.
It should have been faster.
It should have been faster. Could have made a lot of gold.
Yep. You snooze, you lose.
The early bird gets the milk, right?
Exactly.
So if you had to convince people to play Mabinogi, what would you tell them and why?
So I've actually been trying to get people to play Mavi for like 6 years now. It just doesn't work. I've just been telling them that, you know, it's free to play, it's open world, there's all these quests you can do, multiple classes to choose from, and then I realized I'm explaining literally every single MMORPG out there.
That's true. You gotta hook them with you can abuse one cow for massive profits in the game.
So I think I would change up what I would say a little bit. Give them all of that stuff, yes, but also tell them that, honestly, Mavi's got one of the best. So, the issue that I run into in a lot of MMORPGs is, like, you run into so many people wearing the same thing, whereas in Mavi, it's like, good luck finding a person that looks exactly like you. There's a lot of player individuality. The community is just fantastic. A lot of people saying it's toxic. It is what you make it, you know. It's not toxic. We've got, I will say the community is actually insane. There was a very famous player known for being a horse. I don't know what happened to him. You've got me, dude who dedicates most of his time just to sell milk, which is, and not even for a lot, like hardly any profit.
Oh, I was gonna say, I also, once upon a time, seen a bunch of Naruto characters running around together in tandem.
Yeah, dude, I love them. Anyway, community super creative, but just crazy, you know.
I agree.
I love them.
So to wrap this up, is there anything that you want to shout out? Anything you want to say?
No. So a good buddy of mine asked me to shout his guild out. So Zero Sleep Guild. It's a good guild. There it is.
Is that why you're not a part of it?
So the thing, okay, I have to keep switching guilds. I got to get my name out there. I got to meet new people constantly. That's how it is.